What's up? What's up? What's up? Grand Rising. Good morning. Bonjour. How are you? Hope everyone had an amazing weekend. As for me, I did have an amazing weekend. I had a little troll come and try to disturb my energy, my chi, and my environment of my house. But besides that, my weekend was cool because that's not gonna get in my way. Why? Because for several weeks, maybe even months, I've been feeling the energy of that troll. So I've been saying, yeah, I already know something gonna pop off. So I've been knowing that this energy was going to surface because I could feel the energy of the person sitting there ruminating and raging and being upset and holding things as negative, hurt, traumatized people do, because that's the only way they know how to deal with their shit is to hold it in and then to pop off when other shit in their life is bugging them. So the fact that this troll waited an entire year because I guess she thought she was grabbing intel about something and was ready to expose it and looked at real dumb in the exposing that she was trying to do. So she used the situation with my child to expose a situation that happened over a year ago. So it lets me know that this person, no matter how much she belts out someone else is mentally ill, her actions and her thought process shows how mentally ill she is. And the fact that someone sits there and waits and plots on something so minor and petty lets me know where the thinking of that person is at. So to be damn near in your 40s and you are acting as if you were in your 20s in a whole diameter, in a whole just lifestyle is wild. Now, when I feel energy, I don't react on it because it's just energy. But when it becomes physical, then there's a reaction. And when offsprings are involved, it gets a little sticky, a little tricky. But that's the thing. That's why I don't go off of character or traits or anything. I go off of energy because energy is real and it's very fluent and it goes where it needs to go because energy is also intention. So because I can look at a person and see their intentions, I can see their true colors and I can see who they are inside. I just keep it pushing until something physical is done. But see, the world has learned, especially the mad, dark, negative ones, they've learned how to use certain words and be able to throw them out in an incident to turn the situation around from them and what they're doing to make the other person look bad. This troll tried to make me look bad as if I gave a fuck, to be honest. But then it was the audacity to spew out things that the troll didn't know anything about. And if the troll did her research and if the troll asked questions, she would understand what was going on in my situation. But because people like to ear hustle and not get a full earshot of what they're hearing or a clear understanding of what's going on, they'll sit in their dark cave and come up with all kinds of, of reasons and answers. See, this is the problem with people that don't, that they're nosy, basically. When you're nosy and you don't know someone's business and you don't know something, but you have an inkling, you start making assumptions and then you look like an ass. That's why the first three letters of assumption is ass. You look like an ass when you make assumptions. When you make assumptions. Now, I would advise for this person to clean up their act because you're not going to go anywhere fast with that attitude, especially at this old age. You're getting older, not younger. So now what's happening as this person gets older, everything that's dark inside of them is going to really seat permanently. And they're going to turn into a very elderly, disrespectful, nasty, vengeful old person. And that's the thing about life. The older you get, the more you're supposed to clean yourself, not keep things harbored and keep being dark. You're getting older. That doesn't make sense. So the fact that I'm still in my young age, in my prime time, and I know those things, which is why when the first incident between me and this troll happened, I let this shit go, and it has been because that's what I was directed to do. So the fact that this troll kept going, kept going, kept going, kept harboring all of this inside, that's her own fault. I don't have anything to fucking do with that, and I don't fucking care. I'm not giving you any energy anymore. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Because at the end of the day, even when people do physical things, it's not just a physical thing. It's also a spiritual thing. It's also an energetic thing. It was a whole attempt to throw me off because whatever the fuck going on in that person's life, it had nothing to do with what happened a year ago. It had something to do with whatever currently is going on. In addition to however the fuck she felt was going on in my situation, she felt she had to put her nose in it. So that's what I mean by people carry around things all the time. I've spoke on this before. And I know I have because I've been feeling this energy for 3 months. Not probably more. But the thing is, the troll didn't know when they wanted to pull that stunt on Saturday that I had seen them already. And when they crossed by in my vision and in my energy, what I got was a notice. So I already knew that something was gonna pop off. Not only from that time that night when she had passed by me, but just the months leading up. That's the thing. That's why I don't be tripping off of people. You know, the the embarrassment that was trying to be caused. Which is why I told the individual, I said, do what you have to do. You do what you feel like you need to do because you're gonna look dumb in the end. This is why you don't jump in people's business. This is why you don't assume shit. And if you do have a question, you ask the person. You get clarification. You get information. You get education. Otherwise, you look dumb. Now, when the shoe was on the other foot and it was me acting out, I did have a reason. But see, people like to play psychological games and act like, oh no, there was nothing. They're not even here. But yet, the thing that I flipped out about was still happening even after you told the other person to leave, which lets me know that I'm not the fool, that there is a person in there doing a whole bunch of physical, psychological, spiritual, energetic shit so they could build up a case so they could jump out of character and then try to make me jump out of character and then they could be able to spill what they've been festering on. And that's not crazy? Like, yo, you tried to make me look like a bad person, a bad mother, and everything else, but you ended up making yourself look like a bad individual, through and through. So this is why when you have things inside of you, you must get them out when they happen instead of festering on them because you don't know what the energy is holding for other people. You don't know what the universe is holding for other people. You don't know what God is holding for other people, which lets me know that there are demons inside of that person because if the person doesn't know what's going on, the demons do. This is why it's good to be clear and clean in your soul. Cutting your hair off ain't gonna do nothing. But that's what I had to expose and share because like I said, when people that's why you gotta watch people that do energetic things and spiritual things, you gotta call that out because eventually when they can't do that no more, it's gonna come out physically. I've been around demons all my life. I know exactly how they operate. I know exactly how they work. I know how they smell. I know how they sound. I know how they look. I know how they feel. Don't fucking play with me. Like, this is why I sit and I mind my fucking business, regardless if it interrupts somebody else. I'm still minding my business because whatever the fuck I'm doing is my business and it's my business. That's the thing about people. I think that people get so miserable with their own life that they try to inflict into other people's lives. And then, especially if there's already bad blood. That's why I said, like, people that hold on to stuff, what's the point? What are you doing? What's the point? And anyone that is on the up and upside, the righteous side, know that you don't ever go back for revenge or vengeance because that's not going to do anything for you but snowball you back into the same dark space that you was in before you thought you was finna come out and expose something and take from someone else. Now you done put yourself into another cycle or whatever the fuck you was going through before. And that's exactly how energy works, how karma works, how the universe works, because everything is a fucking circle. So with that being said, make sure you're working on yourself and you don't let any of the bullshit that people try to serve to you be on your plate. Don't eat that shit. You don't have to eat that shit. You don't have to take that shit. You don't have to hear that shit. You don't have to understand that shit. So with that being said, everyone have a good Monday. Everyone have a good week.